Welcome back to the channel. I'm down at the storage yard. I'm sat in our motorhome. I've got to clear it all out because she's going for the Habitation service. And also, if you remember, I had problems with these windows behind me. So there's 4 Habitation windows which I had a bit of a wrangling over, which are going to now be replaced. It was supposed to go in April, but due to the situation we find ourselves in, it's now going in on tomorrow. So what we'll do is we'll give you an update and we'll show you, because we've got to physically empty everything out. This is under their rules and regulations. If it's not emptied out, the engineer can't get gas to do damp checks, etc. And I'll give you an update in a week's time. So it'll be on the end of this video, if you know what I mean. We'll see you later on. What we'll do is I should give you a quick view of what I've got to clear out in cupboards and that, and I'll just get on with it. We'll see you later on. Save you boring to death. That's everything empty. Leave 1 or 2 bits in there, nothing major because that's not part of Habitation. I'll close fridge tomorrow before I take it. That's all them empty. It's amazing how much you do cram in these cupboards actually. All those are empty. We'll leave hangers in wardrobe. Right, so I'll just leave power cable in there and me Tamiya winding handle and rafter. So that's under there done. Got the pillows to take away, so there isn't a great lot under there neither, so they'll be coming out next. Right, so that's under there cleared out. I'm going to leave them few bits in there. They shouldn't get in the way of any habitation check, neither should any of those down here, so I'll probably take them out and my slippers. Once we get the windows sorted, if it focuses, we'll have new windows come in. Right, it's time to take the motorhome to the dealers now for its 2nd year Habitation service. It should have been done in April, like I said at the beginning of the video, but due to COVID and that, it's had to be postponed till now. Luckily we're not going away until the 1st of September, so we should have it back by then, because they want it a week, and that's not down to COVID. Last time when they had it, they wanted it a week, so there were no COVID then. This service should be free. I have got a letter and an email to say that my 2020 Habitation service will be free due to the ongoing trouble we had with the motorhome. Well, not the motorhome itself, but the dealer, which I'll not go into. It should come out and it should have 4 new Habitation windows. If you haven't seen that video, because I had a bit of a wrangle to try and get those, I'll leave a link up in that corner up there. I'll not bother showing you going to dealers or anything, because I prefer not to name the dealers. So what we'll do is we'll update this video. I'll tag it on to end of this, so not 2 videos, I'll just do 1, and I'll give you an update of what they've done and what I can see they've done, because you don't actually speak to a service engineer. All you get is, your motorhome's alright, there's no damp, sign here, and that's it. So, well, that's all we got last year, but I'll see what we get this year. Right, so I'll sign off for now, and what we'll do is we'll see you in a week's time when we've picked the motorhome up and we've checked it out and see what's what. Bye for now. Right, you've seen the first bit of the video where I was preparing the motorhome and I was taking it to the dealership, which was over a week ago. I went yesterday to collect it. I'd not had any phone calls or anything, so I surmised everything was alright. I got a courtesy car, so I had that for a week. Turned up yesterday, went into the office, talked to the service department receptionist. She says, went through the habitation, everything's been passed okay, gas, everything else is checked over out electrically wise. The damp check, no damp at all, that's what she says. I did get some paperwork this year, and I asked her about paperwork because I didn't actually have any paperwork last year, so she's printed me off last year as well for my own records. No idea why I didn't get any last year, but I've lost all faith in this dealership because of all the hassle I've had off them. But the actual job it went in for, which was a replacement of 4 windows, which I don't know whether you remember, I had an issue with them cracking around where the bottom latch is on 4 windows, and one of them isn't even open, it's just fixed, and the warranty claim got rejected, etc. So things developed. I found out things about the motorhome, and I'm not going to name anything or tell you what happened, but the dealership said they would replace the windows at their cost. So I accepted this offer, and they also did a couple of extras that I asked for, so I was quite happy. So the windows were identified on the April 2019 Habitation service. There was a wrangling for at least 3-4 months, and eventually they accepted that they'd have to replace the windows at their charge. So I was happy with that. I was happy with the extras they were going to fit. It went in to have the extras fitted. This is this time last year roughly, and we were going to France. It also had a warranty claim on the drop-down bed guides, which were weak at the time of manufacture. I think there were a problem with them, so they made some stronger bed guides. They replaced those, and if you remember, we hadn't even got halfway down towards London before bed started rattling above his head, and it was worse than what it was before it went in. So that actually spoilt his holiday last year, because all it was a topic of conversation regarding this dealer. And, of course, what's the topic of conversation today? This dealer. Because the 4 windows were probably ordered this time last year after the wrangling. So it was June last year when we come to a compromise regarding these windows. So they were ordered. I think there was fairly long delivery on them. I can't see why, because it's a Dometic window, but that's not my problem. So I got a phone call probably December time 2019 from the branch manager telling me that they'd actually arrived, but they'd come clear and not black. So they had to send them back and get reordered. So originally I was booked in for April 2020 for the second Habitation service, which is this free one that they've just done. So of course the pandemic come in and everywhere closed down and people had to work from home, etc. So it was rescheduled to go in on the 21st of August to have the free Habitation damp check done. So that's the second year done on that one. And that's, like I said, it's all clear on that one, so that's all good. And then also to have the 4 windows replaced. I mean, these windows could have been replaced within an hour and 2 hours, because all it is slots into an hinge on top and then a couple of screws into arms. I mean, I could do it myself, but they won't give me the windows to do it myself. So it turns up, and she goes, like I say, she goes through the Habitation and shows me the damp check readings. There's no readings actually, it's just ticks, so I'm taking there's no damp at all, because there's no actual 0.4s or 1.2s or anything like that, just all ticks. So as far as I'm concerned, it's registered as no damp. And then she comes to the actual job sheet. She says, unfortunately, the one out of the 2 windows was the wrong size according to the report back on the job sheet. So I says to her, hang on a minute, there's 4 windows. There's 2 larger windows and 2 smaller windows. I says there's 2 larger windows in the bedroom and 2 smaller windows in the lounge area. She says, yeah, I actually saw those windows all wrapped up in plastic with the branch manager's name and the previous receptionist's name on them. Says, so I'm not sure what's happened because I've only just read this just before you walked in. I'll have to find out what's happened. She says, bro, I'm too busy at the moment, I won't be able to find it, and branch manager's not in, so I'll have to send him an email and tell him what's happened. So I lost my rag, of course. I went to check out Motorhome. I was absolutely livid. I did record something in the Motorhome, but I'm not going to use it because you know what anger does to you. So I'm not going to use it. I'm doing it today, which is this bit you're watching now. So lo and behold, I had one window replaced. God knows why this service engineer didn't read his chuffing job card that said, you've got 4 windows to replace. Who gave him 2 windows, I've no idea. And if he'd have looked, it'd have said on the job sheet, 2 in bedroom, 2 in lounge. I saw the job sheet, I understood it, and I'm not a chuffing service technician, if they call them service technicians. Anyway, so lo and behold, I left rather disgruntled and very angry. I have now demanded this, I don't think he's back till Tuesday, so he'll have an email waiting for him when he gets back on Tuesday, this branch manager, to look into it. And I've asked the questions why I wasn't informed that these windows weren't the right ones at the time. Like a fool, I should have demanded to look at these windows and check whether they were right or wrong. Because every time I've had something done there, it's never been done right. And it's either had to go back, or the part isn't there, and it's had to go back in again. You know, it's an absolute joke. You know, you organise your time. You know the motorhome. I mean, I'm not being funny. All this work, I've talked to our service guy down at Storage Yard behalf. I'd love to use him, but it's all to do with warranty, and Chausson's reject a warranty if it's done other places. But now the fixtures and fittings warranty was only 2 years. I can have the habitation done anywhere. It's just the damp check. So I'd have to have the damp check, so it's still got to go back to have its habitation done. But I don't know, I might think, stuff it, I've had enough of Chausson on this dealership. But all in all, we really love the motorhome. It's not the motorhome that's the problem. It's the chuffing dealership. They were absolutely garbage. Right, that's enough of me rambling on. What I've got to do now, I've got Motorhome on front. I fetched it back yesterday. I was that disillusioned, I couldn't even be bothered to load it with anything. So I've got quite a bit to do today, because on 1st of September, we're on our way up to Keswick. Then we work our way for a little tour around Dumfries and Galloway. And we come back in a fortnight's time, so I'm really looking forward to that. It has marred it a little bit by the chuffing dealership again, same as the French trip last year. But that's it. I've had enough. You've had enough of me rambling on now. It's enough is enough. Right. So what we'll do now is we'll see you in the next video, which will probably be another one from Clumber Park. And when we come back, we'll be uploading some videos of our trip to Lake District and also Dumfries and Galloway. And we've got some other adventures planned for a bit later in the year. So we'll say goodbye for now. Don't forget, I know it's a bit of a rambly, angry one this morning, today's video, but don't forget, if you like what you see, give us that little thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It'll help my channel grow a little bit more. And I'd like to say thank you all for watching. Bye for now. Bye.